Hello everyone, this is Ozok here, and I am going to start a series of videos where I will be explaining from support and resistance to smart money concepts, and I will help you understand my strategy, how I trade, and how you can develop your own edge. So we will start from the very basic concept in trading, which is support and resistance. In trading, every method is profitable. Yes, every method is profitable as far as you are stick to the rules. Because in trading, discipline is the main thing. It's not, the strategy is not the big chunk of money you need to trade. It's all about discipline. If you develop discipline and if you become a disciplined trader, there's nothing can stop you to become a profitable trader. For me, what discipline is, you got to stick to your system. If you see something is forming up and it is according to your system, you should go and pull the trigger. That's it. But you can't gamble and say this candle is going to go up and I'm going to pull the trigger, and eventually it comes back and it kills you. So be disciplined and develop a psychology. How can you develop a psychology? I will not prolong it, and I will keep it very short. Psychology basically is the money you risk got to be measured one. You should not risk more than 1% on every trade. Once you know how much money you are going to lose before entering into a trade, it will help you develop your psychology to become a professional trader. Before entering into trade, once you know that you are going to lose this much money, you will be at ease because your risk is already measured. Okay, so stick with me and I will take you to the journey where you will be learning a lot of new things. And if you already know the things, at the end of the series of this video, you will develop a strategy. And this strategy, as I said, all the strategies are profitable as far as you are stick to the rules. So let's start. We are going to draw support and resistance line on MT4. Most of the traders, they struggle to draw proper support and resistance line. But what method I use is, I use line chart to draw support and resistance line. You can see here, these lines have already been drawn on my live account, and you can see how price reacts when it goes to resistance, when it's come to support, and support to become resistance. You see, it helps a lot once you are once you are trading, where the cluster of all orders are, where the main support and resistance is. How did I draw these lines and how perfectly they react once the price reaches to the system? These lines, if let me explain it here. Let's go to the line chart, and H4 is main time frame where I draw support and resistance line. I don't draw it on daily time frame. I only draw it on H4. So let's start with, I will keep these lines small because they mess up the chart. Okay, I hope you can see these lines. This is H4. You can see once price is testing a level more than 2 or 3 times, this is the level where you should draw a support and resistance. I'm not going to go much far because video will be long. So you see price touched this, touched here, almost touched there, another one, this one, and that one here. So you can also draw here as well. It's touched 2 or 3 times. Sometimes I only keep main line where price has been rejected 3 times. I only keep the support, or I consider that a support and resistance, because I don't want to confuse you or confuse anyone else. Once price is testing an area 2 or 3 times, that's where you can draw a support and resistance lines, and it's very easy on the line charts. But if you see on the candle pattern, you will find it very hard to draw the lines. I hope you can see the lines, because another thing is, I don't draw lines on M15 or H1 or lower time frame. These main lines are enough for me to find main support and resistance, because you don't want to mess up your chart. You see, you are finding it quite easy on line chart where the main support and resistance is, and within no time you will be able to draw the lines. You just need to see where price is making more tests on the line chart. Let's go to candlestick pattern and see how that happens. Now go to H1. Once you go to lower time frame, you can also remove the lines where you think they are unnecessary and there were no support at this area. You can refine it further. I'm going to remove this line. although there is a support, if you go to lower time frame, you will see all these lines, they make sense. You can see there is a clear pattern. Support here, it comes back, reaches this area again and flies away. The resistance, price comes back, retests this support area and then goes away as well. It comes back, retests this area again and goes away, comes back, this is the support, it goes up and tests this resistance area. It comes back, pushes through this resistance, it becomes support and it drops again, taking away this support as well. Same thing, price goes through it, retests this, and then what it does is it just keeps on moving. This thing will help you to understand. Once we go further, you will understand the support and resistance is important. You got to know where the cluster of orders are, where the buyers and sellers are trying hard to get in control. You see, these lines are perfectly drawn. If I was supposed to draw on the candlestick pattern, it would have been difficult. But on the line chart, it's very easy. If you go to M15, you will see how price reacts. Once it flips, support becomes resistance, or resistance becomes support, it always comes and retests it. It goes away, comes back, retests the support area, and takes away this resistance. Resistance becomes support, retests this again, another resistance. So I hope you will understand this basic concept and you will easily draw support and resistance line. Don't overcomplicate it and don't draw these lines on every time frame. Just draw on H4, and what else you can do is, if you go to higher time frame, these lines, I don't want to see these lines on H4 or daily. So what I do is I double click on the line, horizontal line properties, visualization, and I just want these time frame to show me the lines. So this line will disappear on H4, but on H1 it comes back again. So if you don't want to see these lines on higher time frame, just go to the horizontal line properties and uncheck all the time frames. You can uncheck this and check all these time frames where you want to see them. So these support and resistance line will not appear on H4, weekly, monthly, or daily. So here you are. So that was the first video lecture on support and resistance. The next video will be about supply and demand concept, and it will be short video. And I will keep on making videos until and unless we find and we reach the final strategy, and I will show you how I trade. Don't worry, videos will be very short, under 15 minutes, and I will keep it very simple to understand. It will be include smart money concepts, ICT concepts, and supply and demand concepts. But at the end of the day, when I will show you the strategy, it will be very simple. It It will not be very complicated. It will be easy, and there will be set of rules to follow. And I promise you, if you follow the rules, you will be profitable. You can also join my Telegram, and I will share the link in the description. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.